Hello, my friends. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and we're here for ArtFoamy Fun Friday. It's February 9th. I can't believe it. Anyway, let's see who's here and say hello to everyone. It's so good to be here. Anita is here, and you get a gold star, Anita. Wendy is here, Christina, Catherine, Patty is here, Ginger, Cecilia, Jim Smith. Oh my gosh, so good to see my friends. Who else is here? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to read all the comments right now. You guys are too chatty. Well, not too chatty, but Linda Weber, Pam is here. Nice to see you. Amy is here. Who else dare be? Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Terry Moore, nice to see you. Shiny Things is here. D. Ray, Patty is here, and or Ron, maybe both. I don't know. Does Ron ever watch with you, Patty? Sharon is here. Judith. Oh my gosh. Megan. Nice to have everybody. Jenny Maroney. Okay, so if I missed anybody, I certainly did not intend to. Welcome, and thanks again for joining me for ArtFoamy Fun. We are having a little sale, so for those of you who want to go and shop, it is 14% off when you use the code XOXO14. And of course, if you're a patron, you know that some of the tiers get a better deal. So if you are a patron at the $20 or above tier, then you have a permanent discount that's higher than that. So make sure to use your discount. Roberta, nice to have you. Yes, I wanted you to know I washed my hair and then it was cold out here. So I had to wear my hat. Sorry. But Loretta, nice to have you. All right. So we have nothing actually brand, well, we have a couple newish things in the shop, nothing major. I will share those, but we're going to do some Valentine's-y stuff, and I have some makeys to share with you. And for those of you who want to join me over in the after party, I have some really fun stuff to show you, and I'll share it, and then I'll talk about it over in the after party. But for tonight, we're going to do a little Valentine's and play with some of our heart themed and love themed art foamies, because we have a lot of them from many artists have you know, some heart themed and Valentine's-y stuff in their collection. So make sure if you love hearts and love and Valentine's that you make sure to peruse through all of your favorite artists. And I do think we also maybe have a collection up there. I don't know. So of course, as you know, if you have any thoughts or questions, let me know. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're just going to get a little makey. All right. Okay, so let's see what we have. Well, first I do want to do a little show and tell. And then we will make, like I said, a couple of Valentines. Okay, so one thing I have here, I have our heart themed, and you can tell by the little icon, this is our Valentine Art Foamy Poetry set. So I have that out. And I'm sorry, I have to fix the autofocus really quickly. Maxie Moon is here. Kathy, welcome. All right, just trying to fix that up a little bit and see if that's a little better. All right, so anyway, so this is what I have on my table. I have Megan Quinlan's stencil. Her Home is Where the Heart Is stencil. I am going to use it, not for the house this time, but for the little pocket. And then again, the Art Foamy Poetry set. What else? I have a few little things out here. I think I want to try using the composition book that we brought out last week and the little note pages. And then lots of other love and heart themed art foamies on my table. I do have our stack of envelopes that again was just released I think last week. I get one week runs into the next sometimes. So anyway, I'm just showing you some of the stamps I have on my table. We have the heart on the block, or heart, I don't know, heart block, can never remember the names, in the large, and then the medium is here. And I wanted to share these because I love, you know, a lot of you may not know how I use these outer you know, borders. So I thought I'd pull these out. And this is the large, the medium, and the small, which this small one I think was a freebie. So I think it's only on our Etsy shop. Okay. Oh, Heather Bailey. Bah, Valentine's. Well, doesn't have to be Valentine's. It can just be heart stuff. I always love heart art. I really do. Colleen is here. Welcome. So anyway, the 3 different sizes of heart on the block, again, from last week. I think I had pulled out these, this little set from Flutterby, which is a favorite because I love this. What else? I have Maxie Moon's Hello Lovely stamp. I just have a bunch. I have Joni Hallmark's set of hearts, which I absolutely love. Carmen is here. Welcome. Yes, Valentine's. That's a great one too. So this, if you do not have this set, I really think it's a must. I love Joni Hallmark's. And then we do have, again, a lot of the words. And remember, we now have the poetic license where you can make your own words. And then we have the solid set of ArtFoamies Basics in hearts. And that's, I think, I can't remember if this is, you can get them in sets, or I think you can also get them individually. So those are just a few of the things I have lying around on my table, and we're going to make some Valentines with those. I do have a little show and tell though. I would love to share with you first. I'm super excited about this. I'm not going to show the whole thing just because I don't want to ruin all the surprises, but for those of you who have been following along with me and Megan Quinlan, me and Megan Quinlan, then you will be happy to see I finally did bind my all my houses. And again, I'm not going to do the flip through the whole thing, but I just wanted to kind of share with you. I know I've shared these pages a lot of times, and they were not bound yet. So I bound them, and then I'm going to be also, you know, finishing off. Here I am still flipping through. I was trying to find a blank page. Yeah, some of my pages are still blank, so I will be finishing some of those off, and then showing, we are going to be giving a sneak peek of the next set of girls. So hopefully you can join us tomorrow at noon Eastern, okay? It's 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern for the Zoom. And if you can't make it, we will be recording the Zoom and sharing it on our YouTubes, okay? So that's one thing I wanted to remind you of. And then I am very excited about this. And I just, you know that I have been making a lot of pockets with and for all of you. And so I have made a jumbo pocket journal. I'm super excited about it. I only did 2 pages, January and February, because we're going to be doing this each month. I'll be sharing a page with you here sometime during the month with ArtFoamies Fun. So I've done all 12 pages. Got them ready as far as making the pockets, okay? And you can see I already stamped my March here to kind of get it ready. I'll also stamp my words there, my March MAR in the larger. Remember, we came out, and I saved this just for you. We came out with the love letters, okay? So here's M. Where's my A? They're not in order now. I've taken them out. And I didn't finish. Remember, I showed you how I would like to do all my letters by stamping a sticker, putting it on there, and then also marking right where the bottom of the letter is. I have not finished that yet, okay? I haven't been in the studio much this week, and when I have, I've just been crazy with other tasks, but I am trying to actually get caught up on some projects. So hopefully I will have this all finished and organized by next week. All right, so I am going to stamp my March letters here just to kind of get this page ready. And I do want to show you one thing, and I'll talk more about this in the after party. I went ahead and I did do the little rivets or whatever. What are these called again? I can never remember what these things are called. But I only did it in the first 3. Okay, I left all the other ones open so that I can take them out and actually do the artwork on them. And then I will put the little rivet thing in these other ones. Okay, so I only did the January, February, March like that, so that I can, I'll do 3 at a time, because the little, what are these things called again? The name isn't on there, but these grommets, right? Are these grommets? I think they are. But anyway, the little shank or the shaft or whatever isn't very long, so it won't fit through very many. So I'm just going to do 3 at a time, which is okay because that's like quarters, right? And this way it'll just make it much easier for me to take them out and, you know, do all my art on there. Anyway, I am going to just stamp the letters really quickly on this 3rd page. And then I'm going to break this out and share with you again during the after party, okay? So I just want to stamp this. Whoops, got a little sideways. That's okay. Not hurting my feelings. Eyelets, thank you. Eyelets, I'm never going to remember. I don't know why I can't keep that in my head. Ta-da! Okay, so now, you know, and I'm not going to do this page till March, because one of the things that I'm doing, okay, and one of the reasons why I'm doing this, and I would love to see you do one, and because it is a great little studio companion, especially for me, because I am putting, like, for example, January was Seth's pop-up. So I decorated this all with Seth's imagery and then a couple of the stamps that came out in January. This is my pomegranate set, and that just came out in January. And then I also have this, excuse me, my little freebie. Okay, I want to keep the freebie with the month, right? So, and again, here's this freebie for February. And then these are a bunch of the things. These are a bunch of the different demonstrations and the different little, you know, makeys that I've done in the month of January. Whether it be here on ArtFoamies Fun Friday or in my Patreon on Daily Heart. So I'm very happy and excited about this whole project. You know, I love making the pockets, and I think it's a great way to keep track of your makeys, your fodder, your glimmers, whatever, you know, you could keep different, I don't know, birthday things, whatever. It's just a great way to kind of keep track of some of your, you know, stuff throughout the month. All right. So very excited about this. Of course, I feel like you could also, you know, add pockets to the back. And I think you can see how I made a clear pocket on the front. And I'm going to share that with you later. All right. So super fun. Love this. You can make them as large or as small as you want to. So, you know, for those of you who know me and have followed me and been with me for a long time, you know that I love making pocket journals, right? So there you have it. You know, another makey, and I'm determined to finish up, you know, a bunch of this stuff, right? So I can have actual finished things lying around rather than unfinished things. Anyway, Heather, you cannot use the scratch off card on the Etsy site. However, I don't know. Let me talk to Maxie Moon. You know, Maxie does run specials on the Etsy site a lot. So you can just watch for that, or I'll let you know. Okay. Anyway, yes, where should we start? Okay, I do have this nice 140-pound watercolor paper I like this for some, it's just on a pad. And I like this watercolor paper. I think it's a nice weight. And it doesn't break the bank. I don't know. I kind of have like a little thing for watercolor paper. Cindy Sharp, welcome. Well, Heather, this is the only one that's on Etsy, and because it's all the freebies, all the past freebies are on Etsy, but all the other ones are on our regular site, and maybe even the other small one is. I don't know. You'll have to just check it out when you get a chance. Oh, and speaking of these hearts, I do want to show you. And speaking of pocket journals, so for a long time, I think many of you may remember. I'm just going to pull these out. These were some of the journals that we did in oh gosh, I think we maybe even started them in 2020. And these are all done. All these covers are done with this stamp, okay? I mean, other stamps too, other things, but the base for every one of these covers is this stamp, all right? So I'll just show them to you kind of quickly. I'm not going to open them all, but these are all pocket journals also. Do I have I don't know if I have my February. I don't think I do. Anyway, January, I got I don't know where my February is right now. March. Oh, here's February. Sorry, February. Most of it, well, you know, some of it's with acrylic, some of it's with watercolor. So January, February, March, April. And you can see you can get so many different looks just by how you, you know, obviously color it, or whether you use acrylic or watercolor, you know, what kind of darks and lights that you use. June, July, August. This I love. This is with I think with Julie Balzer's one of her backgrounds. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That is with a stencil. One of my stencils from Stencil Girl. September, October. And you can see a lot of other people's ArtFoamies. This is with Sarah Matthews. This one is with Julie Balzer's. In December, this one's with Natalie Kaubach. So you can just see the variety that you can get, again, just from using one stamp, right? Nan Plans It. Welcome. Oh my goodness. We are just getting some new people. Lydia Leonard is here. Nice to have you. Yes, that is all done with the binding machine, Jim. Yes, same as... so yeah, the same binding machine that I used for my houses, right? Super fun. And you know, you can get different colors of the wire. I only have black right now, but I feel like it's okay. It goes with everything, you know. And a lot of journals are bound that way. So, okay, let us do a couple, just, I don't know, fun stamps. Let's start with this one. I already shared this one with you last week. And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember last week when I did show this pocket? I want to show it to you again, kind of finished. Let me pull all the stuff out so you can see it. And it's not all the way finished, but I feel like it's finished enough, you know. Just take all this stuff out and show it to you front and back. So there, and you can see the love stamp back there, right? Some of those solid hearts, some of Joni Hallmark's. And then again, that's the freebie for February. Kristen Hoffman, yay, nice to see you. And then this back, again, here's that same love stamp. And remember, I used, if you were here with me, I used the outer, let me grab it. I use the outer border, okay? I stamped this, and this is actually the frame or the border that comes with the, excuse me, with the love letter alphabet set, Okay, so that's your outer border. Don't throw it away, and don't think that you can't use it for other stuff, because that is what I stamped sort of just all over, if you remember, if you were here, to get some of those base layers. And I'm not done. I mean, I'll still probably, you know, smooch around on this and play with it. Maybe, you know, just doodle or stamp some more, paint some more, whatever, stencil. These can all be considered base layers. Or I also think that it's, you know, great as it is if I wanted to leave it. Okay. It doesn't have to be, you know, nobody is really, I'm not selling this. It's not going anywhere. This is for my personal stuff. So if I'm happy with it, then it's good. If I want to continue, you know, playing with it or stamping on it, then I can. But I wanted to at least show you, because we kind of got this started last week, and this again is that love stamp. So I'm going to stamp it again. Want some watercolor over here. Let me stick all this stuff back in. This is my problem. I do all this, then I take it out to show you, and then it ends up all a mess anyway. So I never get to keep my stuff real pristine, but that's okay. And you know, it's a little of a mishmash because I show and demonstrate, you know, lots of different stuff throughout the month. All right, and I'm actually going to take, I want to take these out. This, if you recall, is called Correspondence. It's one of the new ArtFoamies in that Love Letter collection. All right. And I stamped it just on tissue paper, and I think I am going to use it on one of my cards. Okay. So binding machine, yes, binding machine. I can take a picture and show it to you, but it's not like your normal, like, it's not like a cinch or whatever. It is more of an industrial, it's called, oh, what is it called again? Hold on. I can't think of the name. Oh, it's called, an Achilles, it's called Achilles. I don't have my phone, or I don't know where my phone is right now to be able to take a picture and show you. So I'll share that at a later date. But it's called an Achilles. It is more of like an industrial type. It's real heavy. It doesn't have a lot of options, but I bought it many, many moons ago. And it works great for what I need. But, you know, if I had my choice, I probably would get one of those cinch binder machines or something, you know. Anyway, so... now I'm off track. Anyway. Oh, and I know I was going to show you something else new. I won't show you right now. That's just too many things. Okay, I do digress. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to spritz it with my water bottle first. Okay. We're going to, oh goodness. I think I'm just going to use my, I'm going to use some Derwent ink tint sticks first. Maybe some, here, hold on, I can't see very well because the light is blinding me. Oh, Catherine says mine starts with a Z. Is it a Zutter or a Zutter? I don't know. I don't know all the different brands. All right, so I got a few different Derwent sticks here. And the reason I chose the Derwent is because that way it should dry and be pretty stable. Like it won't still move around. Okay, so I'm going to do that a few times. I don't care if it's very dark, which it's not. I can deepen it a little bit, right? So we'll just do that. And then the cool thing is you can take something like this, right? I love using these. And I think a lot of times people don't think to use the back part, okay? You can do this and you can, oh gosh, there's so many different ways. I'm going to go ahead and use like a really dark color of paint, okay? Let's use, let's use this nice red violet. This is red violet So Flat acrylic. Now, I will say, you know, the So Flats are a little pricey. So, you know, it's not something that you maybe want to experiment around with too much, but if you know you're making a nice card, the reason I love this, obviously I love the color, but it's a really nice coverage. So it'll cover all that and it'll give me another sort of dark layer to work on top of. So I am going to get my scrap buddy. Just gonna load that up a little bit, okay? And I want to try to use the least amount of paint that I can get away with, right? So let's just go ahead and you can ink it up in its entirety if you want to. Of course, you can use different colors and do gradients. You could, you know, I don't know, paint on here, all kinds of stuff. You can stencil on there, you can do other stamps. And for this, I do kind of want to try to work a little bit quickly because I don't want the acrylic drying on there. And the reason I'm using acrylic, of course, I could use, you know, watercolor or whatever, but I want it to be, again, really dark and, or, you know, more opaque and solid. Hi, Pat. It's okay. Being late, it's no big deal, right? Okay, so the other cool thing about this, obviously, when I pick this up, I hope that it's pretty dark and solid. Okay, it's pretty good. I could go back over it if I want to, right? If I want it more dark, more solid, I could overstamp again. And you know, I might. Let me go ahead and just do that. It's not that big of a deal, but I think I want it a little more solid, and I want all the words underneath to kind of be covered a little bit more. Again, that's just sort of a, you know, aesthetic choice. Black would have been fun too. You could use a nice black gesso. Oh, thank you, Patty. Patty says, don't forget to hit the like button. I like that just the way it is and love the color. Yeah, it's so cute, right? And so fast and easy. You know, and you could, if you want to, now I want to wipe this off kind of fast because I don't want that drying on there, right? And you could also spritz it probably, or, you know, get a few more stampings out of it just so you don't waste all that paint. But I'm just gonna, so maybe I will do that. Let me just take another piece of paper here and go ahead and stamp it off. And so that's kind of cool too. And again, keeping in mind that I could go in, you know, even with another fun color. Like let's do that. I just want to show you, it's just experimental ways of using this, but also giving you ideas to use these as, you know, as tools. So like if I want to go over that, I could even use maybe a little ink. So let's go ahead. I have my Neon Moon Glow Extra Bright Pink Crush Diary Inker. Let me go ahead and smush some of that around. And I have my little scrap buddy here. Has a little of my blue on it. I'm just going to use it to smush it. If it mixes, so be it, because it'll just make a nice violet color anyway. So I'm just smushing that ink all around. Pretty easy to line back up. Ugh, Pat, I understand about that. Oh my goodness. So, oof, so cool. And look, it has a little bad line right there. So easy to go in and just give it a little smush. And then, of course, I'm going to end up cutting that out to the line anyway, right? And then the fun thing is that there's so many different ways that I can fill in this heart. Okay, so I can now take my other heart, my inside part, and oh my gosh, so many different ways to do this now. Let's see, let's just go in with, oh, what color should we do? I don't even know. Well, maybe I'll use a little of the blue. I'm gonna use a little of the blue ink. And I spritzed it. I didn't need to because this is dye ink, so let's just make sure that's kind of dry. And then we'll just kind of touch that edge. Oh, so many fun ways. You could really make this super abstract-y, you know. You can stamp in here. Oh, what could I even stamp? Let's go ahead and get my, this is my dots of dashes. I'll just squish some blue ink right over the top. Maybe even a little purple too. Why not? Lisa, nice to see you. So I don't know if you can see that. And I kind of missed a spot, so let's a little bit firmer. And then again, you can, oops, you know what? You have to make sure it's the right side. I used the wrong side, so let me just stamp that here. Ooh, so cool, right? I'm gonna do this on the other side. My hands are gonna be a horrible mess. That's okay. Hold on. A little rubbing alcohol will help with that. I don't know how great it's going to be. It did pick up some of that. Maybe I'll spray it with a little bit of alcohol. A little rubbing alcohol. Ta-da! Ooh, it's so cute. I love that color. And then, I don't know, I would even like to take some other imagery, maybe. I don't know what. Definitely a word. I need my X's and O's from my Valentine set. So let me do that. X's and O's. What color? I guess I'm just gonna use that there. Maybe a few of these just in a little bit of white, maybe a little white gesso. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm so sorry, I need to go grab a scrap buddy. I'm out. I'll be right back. All right, so let's get a little white gesso. I'm thinking, oh, I'm thinking that will look kind of cute. Think about a skinny scrap buddy. And I think I am going to try to not ink them up all the way, or, not get them super loaded up with paint so they are a little bit more speckly. So we'll go ahead and remember, I'm going to cut this out anyway. So if it hangs off, I'm good with that. Super cute, right? And so fast. Like, I just, when I do make cards, I don't want to labor over them for hours and hours, right? I want to make a bunch, as quickly as I can. I mean, I still want them to look nice, right? But, and then, because I do usually spend time also, addressing the envelopes or, and decorating the envelopes. So I don't want to spend 5 hours on a card. Remember, this is, well, the paper was 6 by 8. So I think, what size this is, I can't remember. But if you want to make it a little smaller, obviously you can trim it down, or you could use the smaller size, because some people don't like big cards. This is 5 by 7. So that's normal card front size, standard card size, but maybe you would want to trim it down a little bit and mount it onto, like a larger card, so you can have a little bit of a frame or mat. I do have a couple, and my hands are so dirty right now. Let me clean them. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Well, I'm happy to have you here live with us. Yes, I am wearing slippers. I was actually wearing my pajamas. I was going to say it's a pajama party, but I got a little too chilly. Like, it just, yeah, I got a little too, or not too chilly, I got a little too sweaty with my hat and my pajama top. Not chilly. So, yeah. How did you guess I was in my slippers? Was it the shuffling feet? I don't know how many of you know, but my back has really, really been, kind of killing me. So a lot of times halfway through the day, I have to take off my shoes, just because I feel like being barefoot is better on my back. And so my slippers are the next best thing to that. And of course, I probably wouldn't necessarily use scissors to cut this out. I'd probably use my little chopper. And then one thing I will say, I think that would be still look nice, is to still line that edge just a little bit within that frame. And again, just using a little bit of the blue, but I think pink would look nice too. Nope, didn't do much on that. Guess it didn't have very much ink on there. Let's try it again. Yeah, I was wondering how many, when I got up to go get my scrap buddy, I was like, people are gonna hear me and they're gonna know I'm wearing my slippers. I'm wearing my pajama bottoms too. I didn't dress up for you all. It's Friday evening, pajama party. There we go. And I think that just makes it look kind of, a little more finished. And then I think I also want to just take a little bit of, this is my Moon Glow, again, Pink Crush. And I think that It would just look nice to rub some of that pink in the background wherever it sort of has those little bald spots. And I could also rub a little around my border edge there, just like that. And then I don't know, I do also feel like this needs a little something as well. So a couple different things. I would like my dots of dashes, but I think I'm gonna just grab Seth's polka dots. Where did those go? Yes. This is from Seth's polka dot set. I hope you all grabbed it while you could. I know it's crazy, but it is like my favorite polka dots. If you can have favorite polka dots, this is it for me. And don't look at my dirty ArtFoamy. I haven't been very good about cleaning them, but you probably already knew that. And you know, the nice thing is too, if you, and I know you've seen me do this many times before, but if you stamp in an area you don't really want to, or maybe you just don't want it to look so stamp, 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 just take your baby wipe and pull some of that away. Okay, blot at it a little bit. You can wipe it right off. Usually if you have decent, you know, paper and everything underneath is dry, you should be able to wipe some of that away just a bit, right? So there you go. Then I do think I want to get one word love just a little bit darker right there in the middle. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take just probably, let's take my graphite stick, my number 9, and we'll get the word love right there. Color it in. Just wanted something dark. And ta-da! Okay. So there you have 2. And you, of course, you know, if you don't want them as cards, you can use them as journal covers. That would be fun. But again, just a few stamps. You know, a piece of watercolor paper and your scrap buddy and a couple colors of paint, and voila. All right. And then I also wanted to use one of Megan's Stencil. I think I pulled that out and shared it with you a little bit ago. This one here, I want to make a pocket. So let's get a piece of watercolor paper. And what do I want to use for my pocket? I think I'm just going to use, this is one of those, what are these pens called again? I can't remember. I filled it with my own ink. It's the Jane Davenport. Oh my gosh, I just love this thing. I had to have it just because, look at this. Oh my gosh. It's called Tattoo Ink, and it's like my favorite color. And I just filled up one of these pens with this ink, and I'm going to use it. I don't think it is waterproof, but that's okay. I just want it for the color. And it's funny because I don't use stencils that often, but I do really love this stencil. But you know, and I know many of us don't really use stencils with pens or pencils that much, but I really like doing that. I mean, it is kind of nice too, because you know, wherever the stencils are attached, they're little bridges, so you can just go in there and fill them in. No big deal. And this, again, this ink is not really waterproof, so, you know, I am going to paint it. It's going to smudge a little bit. That's okay. Not doing a very good cutting out job, but that's okay. All right, so let's get this little, I got a little square card right here. Little square watercolor paper. I am going to, oh, what else am I going to do on this little guy here? I do want some words. Okay, so what do we want? Do we want more X's and O's, or I guess we're just going to use X's and O's again, because that's really the only thing that's going to fit very well. Thank you, Heather. Kurataki Karapo. You're good. I can, you know, yeah, it's... And I'm going to go ahead and color this in using this pen. Why not? Since the little polka dots are so tiny. And, oh, I definitely want to go in and color this in a little bit. Let's see let's use some watercolor. Boy, I am making a huge, huge mess from barely doing anything. I'm gonna use a little teal. Just Patty says the tattoo inks are waterproof after they dry, but I feel like when I did it, it still smeared them a little bit, but maybe it wasn't all the way dry. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. There's my little pocket. I'm going to take my little square card. Again, just a little piece of watercolor paper. Square card. Let's take, which one do I want again? So many choices. But I think that I'm just going to use these hearts this time. I also just want to use my Moon Glow dye ink again, just because it's kind of fun that this sort of resists watercolor. Again, if you want to, well, I'm just going to fold this, but I could mask off that top line if I wanted to. Just going to go here. All right, so there's my background. And again, the nice thing about that is that you can take some of your watercolor and it's sort of like this Moon Glow dye ink. It sort of resists. So you can just put a quick wash over the top. I don't know, maybe I also want some other colors like so. Again, I don't mind that it's sort of bleeding out like that a little bit, but if you don't want it to, you can always go back with your thirsty brush and pull some of that color back out. All right, so there's my background. Quick work of that. I'm going to blow dry it just kind of quickly. Lisa, nice to see you. All right, now, you know I don't really like blow drying my watercolor very much because it does have a tendency to, excuse me, you know, make it look a little washed out, but for, you know, for the sake of this, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, and then, oh gosh, you could go back in. I would like it to sort of, you know, match a little bit. So maybe you could go in and use some of your tattoo ink to outline a little bit, or put some of that color back in. I know you probably can't even see it very well, but you get the idea, right? And then we'll go ahead, I'm gonna put this on here. So I'm gonna take, you could use a little glue, you could use a little of your score tape. I have some skinny score tape here. I don't know where it went to now. So I have my glue. Go ahead and just put a little line of glue right around the 3 sides. I want it really light on the edges. Okay. And dry for a second. Pop that right on there. And of course you'd want it to be a little bit, make sure it would be dry. And I will tell you, I don't like the way that this pocket is so like washed out. Okay, it doesn't really stand out on there at all. So of course, you know, I'll let that dry a bit, and then I could go back and, you know, just decide how I want to treat that. Maybe I do want to, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of my, I have some, what are those called? Like gelato. Oh gosh, I'm really making a mess here. Hold on. Stuff's falling down. I have these sort of gelato crayons, sort of these, the Faber-Castell sort of jelly. What are they? I don't even know what they were called, but I do like these, and they're kind of, I think it would be nice just to use on here. They're kind of sheer, so just go over that, make it stand out a little bit. And I can also do some of the stuff in the hearts. You know, they don't call it mixed media for nothing, right? So you want something to be bolder, to be darker, to be more value. Then just get in there and don't be afraid to switch it up. Smushing it with a baby wipe. I feel like I want some of those hearts to stand out just a bit. So let's Squish some of that on there. Move it around. Again, using our baby wipe. They're kind of translucent a little bit, and I like that. Then, oh, I'm going to take a little of my orange. This is sort of a neon orange, and I want to line my edges just a little bit. Make them stand out more. Maybe do this too. Well, I think that looks much cuter. Of course it does, because it looks more like a rainbow. Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay, so then you have a pocket, and then what can you do? You can put all sorts of fun stuff in the pockets. I think I had from one of our daily hearts, I had a bunch of hearts, and you could just pop those right in there. I think that would be really, really cute. You can make little coupons if you wanted to put like little love notes, or, you know, little things for, you know, back massage or lunch or something like that. But any of these would be adorable. And what a cute card. Or this one too I made, again, using that smaller heart with the outside. Where did it go? I had it here to show you. I don't know where it is now. But it's just like this, only a little bigger, okay? And I made this, and that would look real cute too. Well, it won't fit. It's a little bit too big, but if I trimmed it down, it could, but I just think these look real cute. And I would probably put like 3 of them, you know. You could put little messages. I think that's so sweet and special. You know, if you like anybody enough to make them a card. I don't know if you do. And I have this one too, which I think is still pretty cute. So I'm going to cut it out, and we'll save it in my January or my February pocket, right? So, because why would I waste it? I already have it done. I could easily mount it on another card, or again, if I made maybe, you know, a little bit bigger of a pocket, or I don't know, maybe it'll even fit in that pocket. We'll try it. Ta-da! I think it might be a little too big, but actually it still looks really cute, even if it's sticking up, right? And then, you know, you could go in and, of course, you'd stamp your Valentine message on the inside, and then you could even do some other sort of little border. I think some darker value around here would be nice. So actually I do have another one of those pens. Let's see. With a little bit of purpley color in it. So let's try it. Yeah, this is like her other more shadow violet color. So maybe you just want to, that's not really dark enough. You need something a little darker. Get a purple gel pen. How about that? But never mind. It won't write because the paper's too wet. Shame on me. Okay, we're gonna use a paint pen instead. All right, purple paint pen. There we go. Just because I felt like, oops, I'm doing a horrible job on my scallops. But anyway, you get the idea. I felt like it just needed a little more value around there. So and that, again, is using Megan Quinlan's little stencil from her home is where the heart is. Yeah, stencil, and it's the little pocket. And I know many of you probably already have it because you bought it for the calendar girl thing, right? Which I hope that we'll see you tomorrow for that. So there you have it. Valentine's for your Valentine. Okay. Ta-da. If you have any thoughts or questions, you know where to find me. I want to say thank you so much for coming over here and hanging out with me for ArtFoamies Fun. If you'd like to come on over and join us for the after party, if you're in my Patreon, you definitely can do that. Who wants to play the number game before we go? I will give away. What will I give away? I will give away to somebody, whoever the winner is of the number game. First, I got to write down the number. So don't start yet without me. The giveaway will be the word of your choice, 9 letters or less, from our poetic license collection. Okay, so if you win the number game tonight, I'm going to write my number down right now. Oh no, don't start yet. You can't start yet. I haven't written my number down yet. Okay. Yeah, up to 9 letters, the poetic license. You can choose a word and I'll send it to you. Go ahead. You're going to have until 5:05. I'm going to call out your number when you type it in. Terry, re-guess, okay? Jim Smith, 14. Mary Lynn, 12. Jim Smith, 14. Patty McFarlane, 58. Heather Bailey, 26. Nance Plansit, 25. Anybody else? I'll give you until 5:05. Cindy Sharp, 83. Dare B, 37. Sherry, 53. Pam, oh, it's only up to 100. Between 0 and 100. No, you don't have to guess again unless you already went. Did you already go? I didn't see you call a number, Heather. Sherry Westainer is 53. Janice Sigmund, 33. Ginger Sparks, 11. Lisa, 60. Patty, 42. Catherine, 82. Shiny Things, 7. D. Ray, 17. Loretta, 45. Terry Moore, 53. Sharon, 49. Christina, 6. Cecilia, 56. Lydia, 32. Pat Stein, 56. Judith Lapato, 57. AG, 19. Pam Shale, 17. Nan's Plans at 25, Acme Post 39, Mystic Images 73. Remember, you only get one guess. It has the same number, one guess. CK Art 91, Linda Weber 9, Bliss Angel 47, Lisa 77, Josie Vasquez 19, Ginger Sparks 11, Pat Stein 54, Lisa 55. Oh, okay, good. Just making sure. Does anybody else have a guess? It is time to end the number guessing game. Last call for a number. And if I didn't call your name with your number, please go ahead and type it in again now. Okay? All right. So let me see here. I am pretty sure we have a winner. Winner, chicken dinner is... Okay, last call. Last call. No, Lisa, it's okay. Okay. No, it's okay. It doesn't matter if somebody takes your number. You can we can have 2 winners, okay? And it doesn't matter if somebody took your number. It's because it's the first 2 people with the right number. And sorry about my hand here. That's just job hazard. And the winner is, Rainey Edwards says 63. No, Lisa, no apologies necessary. It's okay. It's all in good fun. The winner is, oh my goodness, Ginger Sparks at 11. The number was 12. So Ginger Sparks, make sure that you message me the word of your choice, okay? And make sure you put winner of February 9th numbers game or something like that, okay? Just let me know that you won. Send me your word of your choice up to 9 letters, and then I'll make sure that gets out to you. Anyway, thank you all so much again for joining me. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I always love and look forward to ArtFoamies Fun. I hope you do too. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey.
Kelly was 12.
Oh, Mary Lynn Kelly had 12. Woo, we have 2 winners then. Yay. Mary Lynn, just message me also your, Mary Lynn, message me your word. I'm sorry for not, I must have either, already forgot or fast over it. So thank you. Mwah. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey. I will see you over in the after party. Hopefully you all have the Zoom link. And I'll be there in just a couple minutes, okay? Have a great night, a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.